so many bombs. They were ear-shattering. It was the first thing that you could hear. It whistles. It was a warning that the Japanese were coming. We saw more and more bombs falling. Some of them fell on ships at sea. We could see them sinking from afar. We could see the fighting. Americans versus the Japanese. Japanese planes had red circles. American planes don't. When I was 13 or 14 years old, I was drying rice on the pavement when a platoon of soldiers came marching by. There were 7 of us working, and the Japanese soldiers grabbed us. They brought us to the Emilio Jacinto Elementary School, which they had turned into a garrison. Inside the room where they took me, several Japanese soldiers took turns raping me. After the 3rd soldier, I lost consciousness. When I regained consciousness, I was in a toilet, and a woman was washing me. I did not know who she was. When she had finished, she brought me back to the room. I stayed in the garrison after that. In the mornings, they would let the women in the sun, but still inside the garrison. They made us wash clothes, wash dishes, sweep the floors. In the night, they would rape us. At first, I could do nothing but cry. It was so painful. I felt like I was dying. When I tried to resist, they would kick me, slap me in the face. After a time, I had lost the strength to fight.
In Asia and some others of Dutch women who were there in Indonesia at the time. This is Japan's war crime, a crime against humanity as so defined by the United Nations, and thus Japan is liable, and Japan has to acknowledge this, has to own up and then be accountable. Victim of Japanese military sexual slavery who came out. In the Philippines, it was Lola Rosa Henson who came out and bravely spoken for them publicly. That was 1992. The women's rights activists in the Philippines, that is under Bayan and Gabriela at the time, conducted a massive campaign calling all those women to come out if they had been victims of Japanese military sexual slavery. When Noynoy Aquino is campaigning, he said he should walk the straight path, only the right path. And then we said, for the comfort women issue, you should walk this straight path. So, the straight path is for you to fight with the Filipino comfort women. But no response, of course.
That is our commitment. We will continue, even after justice with the Lolas, for as long as there is going on violence on women. This is the commitment of this organization.
even in countries like the Philippines, well used to activism, defending some rights brings isolation or hostility. This is the story of a woman trying to help other women understand their sexual and reproductive rights.
Pangkaraniwang nanay lang ako, isang teenage mother, sabihin 16 years old ng mag-asawa, at the age of 17 ay nagkaroon na ng anak. Kaya age of 19, may 3 anak na ako.
Gina Conde is a health worker with a women's organisation and runs a clinic in the community where she lives.
Kasi pinalaki ako ng mother ko na kung saan parang pambahay lang. Pero hindi ako kontento sa ganon. At yun yung na-realize ko nung nasa auha na ang babae ay hindi lang masasabing pambahay at hindi ka rin hawak ng lalaki. Ibig sabihin, pantay kayo ng karapatan, pwede mong gawin ang gusto mong gawin. May karapatan kang mag-desisyon ng gusto mo, lalo na sa usapin ng pagbubuntis. Ikaw.
In the Philippines, women have few opportunities to control their sexual and reproductive health. Divorce and abortion are illegal, maternal mortality rates are high, access to contraceptives and family planning advice is limited, and religion is playing its part in resisting change.
Ang gagawin ko ngayong araw na to ay mag-check up ng mga pasyente na pupunta dito sa clinic. Nandyan yung mga pasyente naming buntis, yung gustong mag-family planning, yung kung ano yung sakit na pupunta sa clinic ay kailangan talagang entertainin. Lahat talaga ng pasyente namin, alam nila na mayroon silang karapatan na magpigil ng kanilang pagbubuntis, karapatang tumanggi sa pakikipagtalik, ay alam nila yon. Ang problema lang talaga, at mas marami neto, yung hindi sila makatanggi sa asawa nila, hindi makapaghindian pag ginustong makipagtalik. Dahil nga yung iba nananakit, tapos sinasabing obligasyon talaga nila yung makipagtalik sa asawa. Ang kalimitang pasyente namin sa nakababaihan, yung gusto talaga nilang mag-family planning pero ayaw ng kanilang partner. Kaya ang ginagawa talaga doon, ang mas kalimitang inaano namin, injectable or DMPA or IUD kasi hindi alam yon. Hindi ko nararamdaman yung pagod kahit pa sabi natin naglalakad ako nga papunta sa iba't ibang bahay kasi pagdating ko doon yung ini-entertain ka, nakakarinig ka ng ibang mga kwento ng kababaihan. Okay lang, kaya lang may time na pag-uwi ko, hindi pagod kundi mabigat yung sa loobin kung may problemang idinaing tapos hindi ko masolusyonan.
Just as international authorities are closing in on the American man they believe is buying and selling young girls in a remote corner of the Philippines. Here with more of the raid, ABC's Alex Marquardt.
Hey Art, it's Alex. How are you? I'm on the phone with Arthur Benjamin, a 49-year-old Texan who is suspected of pimping out underage girls from his bar in the Philippines called Crowbar. He has no idea that right now authorities are closing in on him. All right, sounds good. We make plans to meet up one last time before the raid. Over coffee in broad daylight, he tells us how he met his 16-year-old girlfriend, Jade.
She's just sleeping on her friend's floor. She was hungry.
We met her 2 days ago at his bar.
She needed somebody to take care of her. Come here. You know what I want. But if she up, does something I don't like, I kick her out hard. Doesn't bother me. There's always another.
And this time, he tells us more about the business side of running Crowbar. How, with the help of his mama-san Lucy, underage girls have worked for him as well.
Lucy is a master at it. She's had a lot of underage girls working for her between Miami, where she was before, and my place.
And how they avoided trouble when authorities last stopped by the bar.
Lucy showed them all the paperwork, which was all in order. Some creatively. The girls will get their older sister's birth certificate. I mean, that's pretty much how they do it.
Just down the road at the Preda Center,
we're on standby.
Father Shay Cullen, the Irish priest who first started tracking Benjamin, has gotten word the raid has been given the green light. 6 months of investigating have come down to this. A team of investigators working with Father Shea has booked a fake bachelor party at Crowbar to guarantee Benjamin will be there. I'm invited to be a guest, to be inside as it goes down. We head inside, and the party quickly gets into full swing. But no Benjamin. Mama Lucy's there,
And you organized all the girls for tonight?
Yes.
so is 16-year-old Princess, who just that week got braces.
How are you?
After 45 tense minutes, Benjamin finally shows up.
I hate myself.
Even Jade briefly makes an appearance. He has no idea that at that very moment,
We want to maximize the victims that we rescue.
American ICE agents, led by Eric McLaughlin,
We've got to be fluid and fast.
Father Shea, Filipino federal police, and government social workers have all gathered to go over the final plan for the raid.
They'll be all gone if we don't make a move there.
After a long and chaotic meeting,
Okay, you gotta hit it. The bar will be closed. You're gonna lose them all.
it's time to move out.
Okay, we're ready. Let's do it. It's coming up here on the left. It's these bars up here on the left. You can see the sign, Crowbar. That's it. Bro, that's it. Stop. Stop. Get out. Go. Your left. Hands on your left. Sit down. No talking. Quiet.
Benjamin looks stunned. At first, he doesn't move.
Girls.
The girls are herded into one corner of the bar.
Sit down. I want to see your hands. Sit down. No talking. We'll talk to you soon.
None of the girls admit to being underage, so dentists start examining their teeth, one of the easiest ways to tell someone's age. Benjamin quietly tries to slip out, but is blocked by a Filipina agent.
We're with ABC News.
That's when we decide to finally reveal our identities.
You told us that you have had underage sex with multiple girls and that underage girls have worked in this bar. What do you say now?
I disagree. I've never had underage girls here, and I do not have sex with underage girls.
If you've never had sex with an underage girl, and if none work here, why did you tell us that?
It's just talk.
You're just bragging?
Yeah, pretty much. Braggadocio.
Just now you showed me your girlfriend who's underage.
My girlfriend isn't here. I don't have a girlfriend.
Your girlfriend, Jade Chocolate, she doesn't exist?
Nope.
Then we tell him that everything is on hidden camera.
Does that change anything in what you just told me?
Nope, not at all.
16-year-old Princess cowers in the corner with the others. None turn on Benjamin.
What do you think of Arthur Benjamin? Is he a good man? Is he an evil man?
He's a good man. He's a nice man.
He treats you well.
Yeah.
As you can see here, it's not like the movies. We're not greeted with a hug, a kiss on the cheek. It doesn't go that way. A lot of times, unfortunately, they view us as the enemy because they've grown up in this environment. They've been here for a while. Trying to get them comfortable enough where they feel that they can talk to us. They realize we're here to help them. It's a significant challenge.
After an hour, the authorities feel they have enough to arrest Benjamin.
We're going to arrest you, okay? So you're
But why? What did I do?
committing child abuse for hiring minors in the...
There's no minors here.
There are minors here. Okay?
Where?
Let's go now.
Well, there are no minors here. Oh, okay, fine. I'll go with you. I got no problem with that.
Were you surprised at his demeanor, how calm he was, and denying everything?
No. We see that a lot. It's kind of shock. He probably feels very surreal right now, and he'll probably go to sleep very soundly, like we've seen before, and wake up tomorrow and realize what just happened. My world has taken a dramatically different course from what I assumed. He's in for certainly a long road ahead.
As Benjamin waits in the van, we have one last chance to speak with him.
6 hours ago when the evening started, did you ever think that it would end like this?
No, I thought you were a nice guy. Now I find out you're an
What do you think should happen to you?
I think they should let me go and they can talk to me later whenever I happen to be around.
What do you think is going to happen?
They're going to take me to Manila and it's going to really be a pain in the ass.
You said that...
Bye.
You said that your number two,
Bye.
Mama Lucy, was a master at getting underage girls to work in your bar.
Bye.
Deny it all.
Absolutely.
When we come back, as Benjamin is driven away to a Manila jail on suspicion of child abuse, there's fighting over where the girls will go and uncertainty over what is next for them.
Of all the issues of women, violence against women really hits the core of a woman's dignity and humanity. I've talked to battered women, I've talked to women who were raped, I've talked to women who were trafficked, who came home really broken because of the abuses that they have experienced from the hands of men. So violence against women is a very important issue that we must eliminate. The root cause of the problem is really the stereotypes that we are trying to break. Men are still socialized to think that they have the power and the authority over women, and that they can just rape them, abuse them, beat them up, own them, buy them.
Statistics would show that most cases of violence against women are perpetrated by men. And for those men who are not perpetrators, they remain passive.
May mga cases kasi na despite of our efforts, so nandun pa rin yung nare-victimize as abused. Again, bumabalik sila dun sa dating sitwasyon.
For us to be able to address the problem and eliminate violence against women, we must have the figures to track and to document. One of the challenges that we are facing is to come up with a harmonized or a synergized violence against women documentation system. What we want to do in this harmonized violence against women documentation system is to avoid the double counting. We have come up with a common client card where there will just be one identification number, and this would be available web-based.
Ang ato po mga social workers ay karoon ng kaalaman na pag-isahin yung reporting system para walang duplication, magkaroon ng standardized form para yung prevention nga na mas lalong dumadami ang cases. Kaya dapat centralize ang reporting system. That's the bound documentation system na ginawa. Makikita natin sino yung talagang target ng proyekto nito. At makikita rin natin yung mga gaano karami yung mga nagre-report at gaano karami din yung awareness, yung public awareness pagdating sa BAW documentation system.
The National Violence Against Women Documentation System would allow us to track how the various service providers like local officials, social workers, police, prosecutors, and health workers are providing services to the women. It does not just count the victims, it also would be able to track the kinds of services that victim survivors receive. We believe that we don't just talk to women, we have to address the perpetrators, and we have this group of men who talk to other men, their peers, to educate them and to conscientize them so that they don't beat up their wives or don't do acts of using prostituted women and the like.
I think it's very imperative that while the bigger part or the bigger cause of the problem are men being perpetrators, I believe that all men should become a part of the solution of that problem.
I encourage men to participate in recognizing that women's rights is also human rights.
Bumababa po tayo sa level ng mga purok-purok. Nagdi-disseminate po tayo ng informasyon tungkol sa tinatawag na stop violence against women and their children.
We are organizing the purok leaders to disseminate information ano ang kahalagahan ng kababaihan sa aming buhay.
Ini-emphasize namin o inuduro namin sa kanilang kaisipan na iwasan natin ang manakit ng babae. Pagkat yan ay hindi sinasaktan, sa halip, yan ay pinangangalagaan at minamahal.
MOVE helps us a lot. The vision of the city is to have the best quality of life, especially for women and children, because they're very important. We have created a gender code, 2006, RH code, 2007, the Anti-Indecency Board, Women and Children Protection Unit, and Women Councils in Olongapo.
They could organize from exclusive boys' schools, maybe go to Boy Scouts of the Philippines, or maybe approach fraternities. I think approaching men's clubs is very important. Eventually, perhaps civic clubs, which are mostly men, like Lions, Rotary, and such kind of organizations, must be approached so that we can have a more nationwide movement eliminating violence against women.